Good afternoon, YouTube family, and today I just want to do a real quick video on putting away some of your summer produce. Now we are part of a local farm share here in our area, and every other week we get a bag full of all these good vegetables, sweet potatoes, turnips, carrots. Oh my gosh, we get herbs and tomatoes and all this wonderful stuff that you see. Unfortunately, we get so much that we can't eat it all in a set amount of time. And rather than lose it all, then we're going to put it away and stick it in our freezer. So earlier today, I went ahead and did all these carrots. Now I had about 4 pounds of carrots. There's no way we can eat that many. So what I did is I gave them a good bath and we diced them up like so, however thick you want them, or whatever shape you want them. You could do them in long slivers if that's what you like. And then we put them in our pan and stuck them in the freezer and let them freeze individually, so I can take out just a handful instead of having to defrost an entire gallon bag. Right after that, we went ahead and we did this Japanese baby turnips. Now, turnips, if you haven't eaten them before, are really delicious and they're very nutritious for you. And if you don't like the taste of a turnip by itself, what you can do is dice these up like we have here. And then you take and put these in a cast iron skillet with some bacon grease, add some potato cubes, some onion, some herbs, whatever else you want to throw in there, and cook these up in your skillet with potatoes. You'll never know the difference, and they're so good. Even with my picky family, as they just don't like to eat certain things, you can disguise turnips with potatoes. This is a good way to do them. But in our case, they gave us a lot of Japanese baby turnip. So I went ahead and I diced them up. You do have to blanch these. Blanching is literally putting them in a pot for 2 to 3 minutes until they're halfway cooked. Then take them out and put them in some ice cold water to stop the cooking process. And then put them in something like, like my little pan here. And then let them drain out. Once they've drained fully, then you can take and put these in your pan in the freezer. And then you can freeze them individually and take them out as you want. Currently, I am almost done with sweet potatoes. That is a beautiful sweet potato. And I actually don't like sweet potatoes, but I like sweet potato fries. So here again, we had too many. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these into fry shape. And yes, sweet potatoes are hard to cut. So when I get them fresh, I let them sit out for a little bit. And they do soften up a little bit to where they're a little easier to cut. And cut them into your fry slices. You can cut these into cubes, whichever shape makes you happy. Around here we like a lot of things in fry shape, so we kind of do it that way. So we're going to cut these up, and then we're going to do the same thing that we did with the turnips. We're going to blanch these and let them cook just a little bit, enough to where we can safely put these in the freezer. And then of course, once they're done blanching, put them in some ice cold water to stop the cooking process, and then slap them in the freezer for a little while, about an hour or so. Let them freeze individually, and then you can put these in your bag. The only thing I do recommend is that you use a permanent marker on your bags, because unfortunately in the freezer sometimes the dry erase markers come off. So use a permanent marker and mark your bags clearly with a date. And then once you're done, you can put all this stuff away for later over the winter. And if you decide you want sweet potato fries, you don't have to run to the store in the middle of a snowstorm. Granted, you have a snowstorm, but it's a great way to save your vegetables and keep your freezer full. So get on with it, get your vegetables going, and grow some good food. Bye-bye.